have to manage it by making sure you have the right meshes the wireframes at the right time, and knowing where to collect more energy. Early levels you don't need to collect every bit. In fact, you can probably only make it with half. But later levels you require more of it. You need to eventually probably get every single piece you can. So you have to search every part of the level. And some of the levels get very big. That's why they take hours to complete. Okay, one problem there has always been with this game is the collision mechanics on this particular object has always been very bad. You'd randomly fall through the floor. Yahoo! This is the one that gives me bullets fired. So I fired 2 bullets per button press now. Which solves all my problems, except all of them. Okay, now I start having problems. Because this guy's going to come along and ruin my day. By breaking the bridge. Yes, it's a broken bridge in a game. Reminds me of RPGs that railroad it for you. But you can just rebuild the bridge if you have enough energy without even having to worry about anything. And then you get to run across and blow up my stuff. Okay, now that I've crossed the bridge. Next objective, generate landing beacon and escape. This is the harder part of the level. By far. So fast we can destroy this. There, that's a secret. Destroying it before it leaves. Now these chests always caught me out because one of them has an enemy inside. Or at least one on the other side, there's more. I fire 3 bullets per shot. This is one of the few effects that stack. So they're always useful to have a few of these. There's the enemy. Ah, not the right time to pick up stuff. Energy. Move the energy. Make another bridge and cross it. Oh. Ow. Ow, not good. That energy can be found quite easily again. I know where. There's lots of green health scattered around. First time I've needed it. Oh no, the dropship happens. This is like a tank, I guess you could call it. And another secret, because I need 3 of these for some reason. You don't. There really isn't much benefit in it. You just end up firing so much that you kill anything that you can kill very quickly. Okay, that's the missile. The missiles are pretty small. So you have to be careful. Not easy, not easy, not easy. This may as well be the first level boss. And also, it sometimes cloaks itself, which means it cannot take damage. So you have to time your shots. But it isn't very challenging being the first boss. Eventually these become standard enemies, so the game ramps up in difficulty a lot. Beacon time. And there's a dropship. Obviously I can leave again, but I'm not going to. More stuffs. Loot! Loot! Must get the loot. This level has a massive optional section. Is there something down here? Yes. Ah! Missed that crate. I don't need another one of those, but I don't like the radar. So you have to keep going and selecting it, and eventually I'll swap out your radar. Ah! I really can't think of how they could have put in a better interface for this without just disrupting the game, so they did the best they could. But sometimes that happens and it's annoying. I can't be bothered to continue messing around with that. It's not like I need any of these at this point in the game, because it's not very challenging right now. I should learn how to stop jumping into walls, because it tends to hurt the big aliens for me. These are bomb droppers. And there's a person on fire. Glowy, bask in the warmth. Disappear in the fire. Right on top of me, right on top of me. The aiming for first person mode is very bad. It also makes the graphics go weird. I think it applies a fisheye effect. But luckily you rarely need to do it, and most of the times when you do it you aren't in much danger of getting hit anyway. If you try doing it when you're in danger of getting hit, you're making a bad decision, and should probably stop doing that. Okay, next thing, hollow flag transmitter. This unit temporarily renders the player invisible to the Terracon forces activated on injury. Never really found useful, because if you're getting injured you're making mistakes anyway, and they're probably going to hit you again. And it only lasts a few seconds. You don't want to be getting injured at all. So it really doesn't have much purpose. It would have a purpose if you weren't required to get injured to activate it, but you are, so it's best to avoid deliberately trying to use it. And that's a thing that's worth collecting. Another one of these. I don't think I've ever had two of these and really cared about it. It doesn't really matter. I think they're worth more when you convert them into energy at the end of the level, so I'll keep it. Missed 2 secrets. It's very hard to get them all, because I don't know them. And I don't collect all the energy, because I don't need to. But I collected all the health. And I didn't need to either. So much stuff on these levels that you don't need. But if you want to go looting everything, then I guess you can try for 100% completion, but I don't think there's anything which actually tracks it in game. Just for cartridges. Which I now explain.
Cinco da va Terracon. Yazida badada godada te orbitita. Mizid da batormana.
Sikabotika bana.
Isala bedida ba. Yazida bugoda ba.
Alika chekopeta?
Vivi kuda. I yenga di votada I tizide bodo. Aka edu. Kamana yinda bada gada badaha.
Atike?
Tant gugedetha. Is cinco da va Terracon. Yazida badada godada te orbitita. Mizid da batormana. Isala bedida ba. Yazida bugoda ba. Nena. Savoda ba.
Adequato. Chakata la bata. Animo kita pala kita pa.
Whoa, sound glitch there. Anyway, you may have noticed that the dialogue tends to repeat. The subtitles when playing on Plutonian, I don't believe they do, but the actual sound clips played do. So I don't know how they actually sync those up when you are listening to cutscenes while that's running. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't really mean much. Yes, those orange things are worth more, but they're completely useless. Red things are nice, but I don't need them either. So eventually you just end up with hundreds in that column and nothing to use for it. It'd be nice if there was upgrades, but I don't really think they'd fit into the game. Okay, I think now would be a good time for me to take a break. I'll be back for more videos in the future.